Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and this is it, guys. It's the finale of The Wire. Season 5, series finale. I'm going to talk a little longer than I usually do just to sum things up. I'm going to do this one in 5 parts, guys. I normally do 3, but this one's an hour and 35 minutes, I think. So rather than torture myself by trying to cut things out, I'm sure there is a lot of things I want in this. People are telling me they touch on a lot of things, almost everything from every season, like every character, so to speak. Most of you are probably wondering why I left Prop Joe's picture up last episode knowing that Omar died. Well, honestly, I totally wasn't even paying attention. I was so blown away and so wanting to get into the next episode that I didn't even realize I still had Prop Joe's picture up. I did say that if a bigger character death happened, I would replace Prop Joe. Well, Omar died, and I was so overwhelmed, I missed one. So I was going to do it for this episode, the finale. I figured what better way than to put Omar up. But then Snoop, I would say Snoop is probably going to be in my top 5. Overall, I just love the character. Yes, she had her moments, much like Omar has a code she follows. Her code is you do what Marlo says and you don't think twice or ask questions. So she lived by her rules and died by her rules. Michael was smart enough to listen to everything they taught him and cut ties when he needed to. But now Michael is on the run. So back to this picture. The reason this is the finale picture is because Omar died 2 episodes ago. Snoop died last episode. And McNulty and Bubbles are the 2 characters I think I'm focused most on this episode. I want to know where Bubbles goes. It looks like they're going to write like a story about him. Unless last episode finished his arc where like he redeemed himself, went to AA. He introduced himself as Reginald instead of Bubbles, but then did say, you guys know me as Bubbles, and everyone acknowledged it. But I'm starting to think that could have been the end of Bubbles' arc. Spoke his piece. I feel like at the end of this episode, that news reporter is going to unravel like a huge story about Bubbles that's going to make headlines, or maybe even write a book. Maybe Bubbles will have a book come out. I expect him to reunite with his sister and actually have her start trusting him more, allowing him upstairs. Maybe she'll even be like embracing him. Maybe they'll do like a little time jump. But if that is the case and last episode is the end of his arc, then I threw him up there too, because even though he didn't die, that might have been the end of Bubbles. And Bubbles, yet again, has been one of my favorites since season 1. I immediately loved the character Bubbles. I'm assuming he will be seen more in this final episode, but if he's done and they're focusing more on the Marlo and the McNulty stuff, then he's thrown up there as someone that survived. Who else survived that I'm shocked is Bug, Michael's little brother or stepbrother, survived. I think we're not going to see Bug again. He went with his aunt. Why bring him back? We have an hour and a half to seal the deal on everything else. I think that was the end of Bug. So Bug survived. I don't have to put his picture up there because he wasn't one of my favorites. I was just concerned for the little dude. Even though what Greg's did isn't the worst thing, I don't want to see the show end with Greg's looking like a rat. Like, Carver had reasons. I said this at the last episode too. Carver had his reasons. The guy was a racist psychopath. McNulty is a drunken psychopath. But Greg's has been friends with him since day 1. They've known each other forever. They've been partners on and off for years. I just don't like looking at Greg's in that light. Like, she was amazing through 5 seasons with 1 episode left. Am I going to look at her like a traitor? And is she going to do everyone dirty? Like, McNulty's not going to be the only one that takes a fall on this. Even though he was the one that started it, Lester was involved in staging the crime. Everyone is going to go down. Herc, I even think that Herc might die. They're trying to figure out how the cops got Marlo's number. Marlo keeps going at this like, who knew? Me, Chris, Snoop, Levy. And they're going to eventually realize, wait, Levy, that bald asshole cop was in your office when I gave you the number. Like, it's that dude. How are they not putting that together yet? I guess it's so like fresh in their mind and they're freaking out. But I immediately thought, oh my God, they're going to link this to Herc. Levy is going to find out somehow. They said they have an inside guy on the courthouse. So somehow Levy's going to find out all this information was gotten illegally and the case is probably going to get thrown out or something. I really hope that's not the case. If it wasn't for the fact this is the finale of the series, I would think that's where they're going. But I would hate to see the show end with such negativity on the part of like all the police department because of Greg's actions. Like, that just blows my mind. The reason McNulty is the last pitcher is because I am most concerned for him. He is either going to end up dead because of all the shit and people he's pissed off, or he's going to end up in jail. That is my prediction for McNulty. I threw him up there because even though I complain and bitch and moan about how much of a scumbag he is and a drunk, he is still the most fascinating person on this show to watch. And he always has the most going on, except for that one season, last season, where he kind of figured out life and settled down with Beatty for a season. Some people told me it was because he was in the movie 300 during that season, so he couldn't come around because he had so much to do for that movie. If that's the case, then season 4 was just like the perfect McNulty, but the most boring we've ever seen McNulty. Every other season, I am constantly like, what is this crazy man going to do next? And he's funny to watch drunk, I'll give him that. But the funny drunk crazies aren't good people typically. So, like I said, too much to watch, too much to talk about. We're just going to jump in. This is the finale, season 5, episode 10, The Wire. Dear Lord, guys.
But if we...
So no one killed any homeless man?
They
No
know.
serial killer. Some are random killings, some were natural deaths that were likely manipulated. But they're not linked in any way.
But why?
The detectives used the money to fund a case against the drug traffickers responsible for the slayings in the vacancy a year ago.
So I've been going out there for weeks, slamming the governor for his neglect of the homeless and declaring how we will stop at nothing to find the person responsible for preying on the homeless. And all the while, hey, Norman, this is my ass here.
That's true, boss. But it does have a certain charm. We manufactured an issue to get you elected governor.
Exactly.
Everybody's getting what they need behind some
Facade.
The detectives involved will be suspended and ultimately fired at the least.
So what, you're saying we call a press conference and we say, hey, by the way, all that stuff about homeless people getting killed and the governor cutting the safety net and us doing everything in our power to catch the guy. Hey, guess what? The joke's on us.
The evidence against the traffickers arrested last week is tainted.
Exactly.
That case could collapse as well.
Are they?
Fucking believe this.
They're all gonna have to cover it up.
You two are on point here. Word of this gets down to Annapolis, the governor's gonna wreck me with it. And if it comes to that, you guys drop on your sword, so help me.
Once we suspend the detectives,
They're
never
gonna
mind
have to
sending
cover
it
it
to the
up.
grand jury for a criminal case.
The cops that did this, they gotta go. You cannot be telling me I have to live with this.
If you two will excuse us, we are going to discuss this first as a matter of public policy.
They're gonna cover it up.
Until we can reason the best way to address this, do nothing and speak to no one about any of this.
Crooked shit always prevails. They're gonna cover this shit up. That's the only way to win.
I wish I was still at the newspaper so I could write on this mess. It's too fucking good.
The Life of Kings, H.L. Mencken? That's the last one I'm reading, guys. That's it. That's so weird. That is the last quote I will be reading, and I don't even know who it is. H.R. Mencken?
40,000 from the showboat on the boardwalk, 26 at the Borgata, 80 over the last year at the Taj Mahal, and that's just the Atlantic City casinos.
I like to play, so what?
Gary, you're done.
What do you mean?
We found sealed grand jury papers in the houses of drug dealers, and we got people naming you on it. You have a problem, Gary. Give up the names of those that bought from you. Disbarred, yeah, no doubt. But you play it clean from this moment on, and we both know you'll probably walk.
Why did you look at me?
You were the only bogey. If the SAO wasn't so screwed up, they've been running background checks as routine. But I guess you knew that.
I always wondered if they'd get their shit together. But that's Baltimore, isn't it?
Well, they found their inside guy.
You're
Names.
gonna make a phone call.
He lost $80,000
Freeman,
at one casino.
Sigma, anyone who has a smell of this on them should be gone. Before the close of business, they should be suspended, and before the end of the week, indicted.
I know.
I swear I got a mind to call them governor myself and just let it fly.
Cedric, you can't.
Why not? If I let this thing stand, I might as well just roll over and play dead for every police who knows about this.
You can't do anything. Those are your detectives. They need someone to blame. They will measure you for it.
I don't give a fuck.
I was in charge of this thing.
They're gonna
I was
pin it on
that
her.
wiretap. This is my career. This is everything.
They're gonna pin everything on her if she don't play ball.
Christ.
Everything I worked for all those years in that courthouse.
He's gonna have to sacrifice for Perlman.
Please.
Are we ever gonna find out his dirty secret? We still don't know what Daniels did.
Hating him for what he's done to us. I'm sorry for him now, really, but I still can't let him come up from the basement. You gonna put all that in the paper?
That's the plan.
Even the parts about Shabbat?
Yeah.
What could do any of that do to put in the newspaper?
People read it, they think about it, maybe see things different.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Relate to it.
But if you don't want me to do this, I won't do it.
This is what I wanted, guys.
Baltimore Sun.
I'm happy to see they're going that angle. I thought I might have been done with
You can go public
Bubs.
with this thing if you want, but your shop is going to come out looking worse for letting it happen in the first place.
The better move is to shut it down quietly and then deal with those responsible through back channels. Commissioner, do you agree?
Well, it is a little more problematic for me.
Yeah, really.
The offenders are in my shop.
Exactly.
Have a word with you in private, Bill?
I believe he's about to have one of those road to Damascus moments.
Exactly. They're gonna be like rolls.
I can see what you're thinking in there. I can see the gears grinding in that head of yours. You're thinking we'd have to fire Daniels to fire you, and that wouldn't sit well given how much we've already sold Daniels. Isn't that what you're thinking? And so you're telling yourself that maybe there's a way for you to leverage this. And you know what, Bill? You're not far off. You do have a little leverage here, but just a little. And I wouldn't overplay your hand.
How would you play it?
I'd shut the fuck up and wait your turn, and when Tony gets to the State House, he brings you with him to be state police superintendent.
I have your word.
And I have yours.
This guy is a little worm, but he gets shit done. I don't hate him. He's just very wormy dude.
Back channel is the way to go.
The police commissioner done fell off his ass.
Dookie. Yes, he's still around.
I need to see Mr. Presbo.
Przybluski, I knew it.
Someone will come down.
Oh my god, please tell me Przybluski adopts Dookie. Go in, grab the door, Dookie. Dookie.
Are you a student here?
It's Donnelly, it's me, Daquan. I just came past to see Mr. Presbo.
Well, he's teaching right now.
I know. I can wait.
Please
Well,
let him
you're
see.
gonna have to stay outside, and after the bell, I'll tell Mr. Przybluski you're out here for him, okay?
I get it, it's protocol.
I got a tip from an informant about a leak out of the grand jury unit. Sad to say it's checked out.
We know about the leak.
Yeah, but do you know who it is? Gary DePascale. Decent enough guy, but he's got a bear of a gambling problem and a bank of drug lawyers who are willing to pay for the look-sees. Dennis Cray, Sid Silverstein, and the pick of the litter, Maurice Levy. I kid you not.
Gary, is there a leak?
One-party consent call implicating Maury Levy.
Where's Gary now?
He went up to the second floor to hand in his letter of resignation. Then he went home to wait for the sword to drop. He's okay.
They better watch he don't kill himself
You know,
or someone pop him.
If we can turn Levy and some of these other drug lawyers, we can route the drug money all over town. It's sad business, I know, but at least we know the truth now, right?
The truth, you say?
There is no truth in this world. Look at Presbo with the beard.
Hey.
Daquan,
Oh my god.
Snatch box. Hey!
Damien, you lost your mind?
What's that snatch
I
box?
don't care what you said. You're
But
gonna
I
buy him a new
said-
sandwich. Right now, Damien, or you're mine for another week of detention. I don't want to hear another word.
Presbo's got his shit locked down.
It looks like you got the hang of it.
Yeah.
What's up with you, Daquan?
I was hoping maybe I could get with you, borrow some money, so I can get a place and some clean clothes and get myself settled, so I can go back to school.
You're on the street?
I mean, I got some people ready to give me a really, really good place if I can come up with some money for it.
How much do you need?
A couple hundred. But if you can go 150 more, I can enroll in the GED program down BCCC. Then I can get my GED without having to go back to Southwestern. Then I can get my work permit.
I don't think you're eligible for a GED program. If you're still of age to attend high school, Duquan.
Yeah, you are.
I'll tell you what. Give me a couple minutes. I'll drive you down there. If you are eligible, I'll write a check right to the bursar's office down there.
No, Mr. P, you ain't got to go through all
Oh,
that
he's
stuff.
on
You
fucking
ain't got the time to
drugs?
Go down there today. But,
I just realized.
I'm going to.
I just fucking realized he's the new Bubbles.
But understand, I'm gonna go down to BCCC in a few days and find out if you're enrolled. And if you are, I'm gonna say, great, Duquan can come past with his certificate when he gets it. And we're still friends.
He looks
You
like
can still
Bubbles,
rely on
all
me.
strung out.
But if you aren't enrolled, I imagine I'm not gonna see you again, am I?
Well, Mr. P, I'm definitely going to enroll. You'll see.
Jesus.
I'll get my stuff. I'll meet you in the live.
Please be there. Hey guys, you just finished watching The Wire. If you want, click up here and you'll get the next part of this episode. If you want to click down here, you'll probably see something else I do, either another show or like a trailer reaction. Click over here if you want to subscribe to my channel. Comments down below, like and subscribe. Peace.